Good evening, everyone. This is Rick Avery with the Sports Affiliation, bringing you Friday Night Draft Fights. I have my guest, Nicholas Wilcox from the Fantasy Football Show. How are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic, Rick. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great as well. Thank you for asking. Last week, um, took a big L against Gary Haddo. He had Justin Herbert, James Cook, Judkins, Roma Dunze, Puka Nakua, Johnson, Hunter Henry, Michael Pittman, and the Browns defense. While I had Drake May, Christian McCaffrey, Amarion Hampton, Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Ty Warren, Kyron Williams, and the Titans defense. He won by 100, or he won 169.22 to 148.72. So I did go ahead and donate to his charity, which was Working Dogs for Warriors. So I sent him that. What charity will he be playing for this evening, Nicholas?
That's to be determined, by the way. I have two in mind, but I just got to tell you, I have to tell you which one when I win.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pick a new charity this week. I'm going to go with Alice Square Friends. My partner volunteers for them. They make meals for the less fortunate, and their mission is to provide clothing, food, and whatever resources they can provide to help people survive and help people get off the streets. So the website is on the ticker there. I did go ahead and brief Nick on the rules, and he elected to go first. Who would you like to take with your first pick?
Well, if hey Tim, if you're watching, I might cover your ears for this one. For me, this is an easy decision. It's Devon A. Miami Dolphins. Look, man, like Devon A. He's gonna get a nice boost now. Unfortunately, with Tyreek Hill gone, we know what this offense is definitely going to be turning into, right? It's him, it's Jalen Waddle. We even saw a little Darren Waller this past Monday night. So it's going to turn into a situation where Miami still is going to find ways to get creative with their offense, and Devon A. starts there. See, there he is. There he is. And at 7,300, like that's theming a bit steep depending on because of all the value we have, but I'm going to take this approach with him because we know that the short area target is going to be there. We know the volume is going to be there. So it just becomes a point of Carolina, their run defense is, whack. So I'm taking Devon A. and, in order for Devon A. to get it, his projection overall, we want to usually get probably like 23 points here potentially. I think he has opportunity to get that. I think he has opportunity to get 29, 30 against this Carolina team. It's just all about the only way this probably goes off the rails is if, Carolina, finds a way to, really get at Miami and Tua. But honestly, against the Jets, Miami is kind of clicking all cylinders a little bit. It was just a defense that just couldn't stop the run and kept the Jets in it. So taking the money here.
All right, sounds good. You took my first pick.
Baby. Yeah,
he's the highest projected player on the slate. So
I didn't even know that.
I was gonna go with for him first, but you elected that pick. So I'm gonna go with the
Don't sweat over there.
I won't. I'm gonna go with the second. I'm gonna go with a receiver. This with my first pick. He was on my team last week, but he has the best matchup. I'm going to go with Amon-Ra St. Brown against the pitiful Bengals defense.
Yep.
They also have the highest implied team total for 30 points this week. I think they're going to carve up the Bengals defense. So, and Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to lead the charge there. Okay. So that is my first pick. You're up with your second pick.
That changes things for me, actually. Give me Breece Hall, 5,600.
Breece Hall
is going to be in an environment where, unfortunately, Braylon Allen now out for 8 to 12 weeks, pretty much the entire season. You have no choice now but to feed this man the ball in an environment where they're playing Dallas, where Dallas literally just put up 40 points against the Packers. Like, if the Jets are going to have any say in trying to be in this ball game, they're going to have to start scoring points. I believe the over-under, I didn't get a chance to check before I did that. It has to be like 47, 48. If I were to double-check that. And if anything, it should be one of the highest ones on the slate. Both of these defenses are bad. It just comes down to the Jets staying competitive in this one and being able to deliver the ball to all their weapons in this offense. And Breece Hall 5,600 is, I know, again, with all the value on the board, I'm going for Breece Hall here.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't. Their offense is pretty condensed. So you're looking at Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Justin Fields to get in the end zone. I believe they have like a team implied total of like 22. So that's 3 touchdowns. So hopefully Breece Hall gets in for at least one of them for you. All right. So you took Achane and Breece Hall. My next pick, I'll go with a running back value as well. I'm going to go with Rachaad White on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Makes sense.
He's quite involved in the passing game. And with Bucky Irving being out, I believe he's going to get most of the carries, if not all the carries. Sean Tucker will probably get a few sprinkled in, but I think White is the guy for this week. So I'm going to go with him at 4,700. I think he's going to exceed his value with a hurt Buccaneers team. So that's my second pick. You're back up, my friend.
Cool. Well, I'm back up on the clock. Give me something that I'm just going to close the position now. Give me Rico Dow, the value at 4,300. Okay. It's going to allow me some flexibility in this lineup. Look, we just got word that Chuba, not word, but we found early this morning that Hubbard's not going to be playing this week. And it's literally Rico Dow. We saw him last year with Dallas. He had over 1,000 yards rushing with them. And, again, like it went something way under the radar. And if you're able to pick him up in season long, or if he's still on the waiver wires right now, go pick him up and try to see if you need him or even if you don't, because there's so many injuries right now, just play keep away with your overall league mates. But again, 4,300 for Rico Dow, criminal. He's basement price, literally. I'm just going to take him here and now just going to start, getting some studs in this lineup.
Yeah, you got 3 of the top values on the slate with no Christian McCaffrey, obviously. He played last night, but you're looking pretty good. Let me take a look here. Let's see what we got. You got Achane. I'm going to kind of leverage off your Achane pick, and I'm going to go with Jalen Waddle.
Perfect. I was hoping you do that because Waddle's going to stink.
With Tyreek out, those targets got to be funneled somewhere, and Waddle's going to get pretty much most of them. Washington might get a few, but with his price tag at 5,400, playing the second worst total defense in the league, with Dolphins being the worst, should be a shootout game. So I'm going to go with Jalen Waddle here.
I love it. Now it's time for me to spend up here a little bit. I'm going to go Jackson Smith and Jigba here with my pick. Yes, you should have taken him. Why didn't you take him? I was surprised you didn't take him. I was kind of waiting for you to kind of do it. Like you didn't. We all know Jackson Smith and Jigba has been killing it, right? He's one of these guys that, especially a 4-point PPR setting, like all it takes for him is to get the volume. And against Tampa Bay, which this should be a back and forth like seesaw-ish battle between these two teams. And I think that in order for Seattle to have an opportunity to win this game, they're going to need Jackson Smith and Jigba. I know 7,100 is a bit steep, but they're funneling the targets to him literally. Cooper Kupp is basically an afterthought in his offense. Then you got AJ Barner, you have Elijah Arroyo, Kenneth Walker, and these guys will still get the ball, but it's the JSN show. We all know it.
Yep. And as a Seattle Seahawks fan, that hurt my heart.
You should have taken him first. What are you doing?
He wasn't the best player available. So
okay, I guess he was to me. Was to me.
I wanted to get a value pick with Waddle there, but just to see where I was standing. But great pick. He's getting the ball. He's Sam Darnold's looking one way most of the time if it's not to a tight end, and that's JSN, that's for sure. So I'm going to go with my next pick, George Pickens on the Dallas Cowboys.
That. I like that.
Last 2 games, 20 targets.
They're down,
playing a horrible Jets defense.
Yep, that's true.
Very true. We're going to go for him, and hopefully he gets one in. I do know that I don't know if Turpin's off the injury report, but he has a toe injury. So that's opening up more targets. And it's just going to be him and Ferguson and Tolbert for, I think, the most part. So I'm going to go with Pickens with my pick. All right. You are back up.
Sure am. Give me Trey McBride here. McBride, where everybody is like, tight ends are going to be scrambling, stuff like that. Give me Trey McBride here. We all know he's Kyler Murray's best friend. And this offense in particular, I think sets up nicely for McBride to once again have a solid day. So give me McBride here.
Yeah, and they're playing the Titans. The Titans are a good first half team, as they've been saying all year. If you're betting first half spreads, go with the Titans. They're usually in it for the first half, and then after that, they just fall off a cliff. So, yeah, great pick there. Trey McBride, the number 1 tight end on the slate. So, yeah, my team's not looking too great now.
Yeah, team's not looking too good now.
I'm going to go with a defense with my pick, just because they're listed as a price that's not matching up with the matchup. And I'm going to go with the Houston Texans against the Baltimore Ravens with no Lamar Jackson.
I like that.
And with a quarterback that just stands still with Cooper Rush, really go hopefully get some sacks with Texans and hopefully force some turnovers. So I'm going to go with that. You're back up.
Now, this is going to be the call that's going to probably make or break this lineup, right? It's a player that is a receiver that has been underwhelming for a lot of people who drafted him in the second round. And I'm talking about Ladd McConkey. Give me Ladd here. This is a spot where Washington should be pushing. Daniel's going to be back in the lineup. Not to say Mariota wasn't going to be able to do that. But I do think that the Chargers are going to be a team that's a little bit hot and upset. And I think that with Ladd, he got 7 targets last week. He only caught 1 of those in a game where they lost. So I do think the Chargers are going to have to review their film and look like, hey, Ladd is one of our best players in space. We need to get him a lot more involved. I think they're going to review the tape and figure that out. At 5,500 for Ladd, where we know he's normally 6-something K or whatever normally, I'm going to take Ladd here in hopes that he can at least give me 14, 15 DraftKings points.
Yeah, and with the hurt offensive line for the Chargers, they can't really throw a deep ball, as witnessed against the Giants last week. So I think Ladd McConkey and Keenan Allen will be prime for getting receptions against the Commanders this week. All righty. So we got Rashawn White. To look at my team here. Let's go tight end.
What up, Bear? Good evening to you, man. What up, Bear? Good evening.
I'm going to go with quarterback. I'm going to go with the best quarterback on the slate, projected-wise, as of right now. I'm going to go with Justin Fields against the Dallas Cowboys, and I hope he's going to hopefully get some good rushing attempts against a bad Cowboys defense. He ran 81 yards and a touchdown against Miami on Monday, and threw a Garrett Wilson touchdown. So I'm going to go with him, and hopefully that blocks your Breece Hall touchdowns this week.
It's possible. It's possible. I'm just gonna go with the stack here. Give me Herbert. He'll be something that I think that I like this stack for tournaments this week. You definitely like to see, like, again, these type of prices for a stack like this where Chargers are gonna be throwing the football. The Chargers are gonna be in this game against Washington, and I think again it's gonna be one of those like underrated games of the week. So yeah, definitely give me Herbert. We've seen some sneaky-ish upside when it comes to his rushing as well. So again, like you were talking about the offensive line, like they're going to get that ball a little bit more quicker than normal. And then who better to do it than with Ladd and with Keenan Allen and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely I'll take Herbert here.
All right. I'm going to go with more of a tournament play this week. I hope it works out for me. Actually, I'll save that and see where I'm at. I'm going to go with the tight end. I'm going to go with where is he? There he is. Tyler Warren against the Raiders defense. He's combined 11 targets the last 2 games. He's gotten 108 yards the last 2 games. So if I get 50 yards and a touchdown at a price point of 4.7K, I'll be quite happy with that. So I'll go with Tyler Warren.
I guess this is where the rubber meets the road when it comes to these last decisions, right? But give me Michael Pittman, 5,100 for my last receiver. I do think that's too cheap for Michael Pittman. That's too cheap for a wide receiver 1. I just think this is a misprice once again. Michael Pittman has literally shown us that, he's back. And with Daniel Jones at quarterback, like, you just not only see the chemistry, but 10 targets this past week in the game that they were back and forth for. Unfortunately, only 41 yards. But I'm betting that with Pittman, he has a bounce back week in this spot. It's against the Raiders, obviously. And this should spell another situation where they go at it in terms of how teams go out and score against the Raiders. So I like Tyler Warren as well. He was my second tight end. I just decided to go and make pride. But look, like, I think Pittman could definitely beat out, Warren. I just hope he doesn't get a rushing touchdown this week.
All right, good pick. All right, I'm gonna piggyback off your.
You like piggybacking off me?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I do.
I see what
I'm
you're
gonna
doing.
go with Mario Hampton.
That's fine.
I'm gonna hope that Herbert has a hard time passing, and he has a lot of dump offs to Hampton. He's gotten 12 targets the last 2 games, and 198 total rushing yards last 2 games as well. We're going to go ahead and pick Mario Hampton and leverage off your Herbert and McConkey stack, and hope that pays off for me.
It definitely could. So
Yeah.
we'll just have to see.
All right, your last pick for defense.
That or defense. Making sure how much salary I got. How much I got? What, 3,200?
You're at 3,200. Yep.
I think what I'm gonna do here. It's gonna be a little contrarian, but I'm okay with it. Give me Seattle at 2,800. Seattle has been one of the best, pass rush teams on the NFL right now. So I'm really comfortable with that, actually. This should be a game where it could be back and forth. But I do think this is like a very weird contrarian stack with a receiver and defense, because that's usually not like common. But if in a game where it's Jackson Smith already gets all his underneath stuff, like, and the Seattle has a lead, like, Seattle's, getting potential sacks, and again, no Mike Evans for Tampa Bay, like, and no Bucky Irving, like, this situation, I think is trouble.
Yep. Baker's kind of hurt too.
At Seattle too, by the way.
Yeah. Baker's kind of hurt as well. McDonald does a great job at coaching the defense. with his blitz packages and zone coverage, disguising and stuff like that. So yeah, great pick. Let's see. For my last pick, we'll go with. We'll make a stack too. We'll go Garrett Wilson with my last pick.
Sky Rick, man. Sky Rick, yo. Sky
21
Rick,
targets last 2
literally
games.
just pivoting off all my picks. Like
he was the only one available. I was originally going to do pick Woody Marks, but instead of Hampton, but I decided against it. Just because I wanted some value with Hampton man at 6,500, and I think he could get up to that 18
so
point
I'm
mark.
rooting for Brees Hall touchdowns, and I'm rooting against Garrett Wilson touchdowns.
Yeah,
makes sense. Makes sense.
Well, I also was looking up. I saw you like the Jets, so I was like, if I
I was gonna be fanish about it.
Well, I want to be fanish about it. So, anytime the Jets do score, anything that happens, you're rooting for the Jets. Just when you have it in the back of your head that when Fields throws Wilson a touchdown, I'm getting.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a Chargers fan this week.
Yeah.
As long as it's not Hampton scoring touchdowns. Yeah, we're good.
So just to recap,
this victory is gonna be so much sweeter now, Rick. Now that you're making it a little personal, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I always try to make it a little personal, not too much. Just to recap your team, you have Justin Herbert, Devon Achane, Brees Hall, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Ladd McConkey, Michael Pittman Jr., Trey McBride, Rico Dell, and the Seahawks defense. And I have, let's go back here. I have the Justin Fields at quarterback, Rashad White at running back, Omarion Hampton at running back, Amon-Ra St. Brown at receiver, Jalen Waddle, George Pickens, Tyler Warren, Garrett Wilson, and the Texans defense. I wish you luck in this week's battle.
I don't wish you luck.
All good.
Good luck to you, but not luck to you.
You're right.
No, all funny games though. Yeah, solid rosters. I think both ways. It's just going to come down to who can execute more.
Exactly.
I'm hoping for Detroit to run the ball out so Amon-Ra just doesn't reach his ceiling.
Yeah. Like with it being a high scoring, high point total, I think he'll get there. So, and it's all fun. It's just all going to charity. It's just trying to get charities involved with fantasy football. So I thought this was a good way to go about it.
Totally.
If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And do you have anything you would like to promote, Nick?
The Fantasy Football Show every 10:30 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday. So we go live again right before Sunday Night Football. So twice in one day. And then Monday at the Fantasy Football Show, we have our waiver wire show before the Monday Night Football game. So that's usually around like 7-ish. So yeah, we break down those. And then, we have cool guests that come on as well. Like, so definitely come check us out, the Fantasy Football Show. If you ain't following me on Twitter, because I'm old, I like to call it Twitter, at Nick_Wilcox25. And yeah, I like to always follow back. And yeah, come check me out. Come check out the work because we're doing some good ass work over there too.
Yeah, you have a great channel. I watch every Thursday, so when I have a minute. So you guys do great stuff. And please subscribe to their channel. The link is right there on the screen. It'll go straight to their YouTube channel. And if you have a minute, you can always donate to lsquarefriends.com, helping out feeding and clothing homeless people in Beverly, Massachusetts, just right across the bridge from me in Salem. And I hope everyone has a great night.